Good afternoon. We're here in the Coldwater Steampunk Festival online studio filming craft demonstrations. Today we have Liz Barbaza Cousineau from Toronto, Ontario, who has a summer cottage in Gloucester Pool, Port Severn. And Liz, how long have you been coming to Coldwater?
Since I was 2 years old.
So you remember the main street quite well then over the years.
Oh, I remember everything here. We were here at least a couple of times a week doing our laundry, buying our food, enjoying the stores. And
Excellent. Seasonal residents are very important to the economy of Coldwater. So we thank Liz for joining us this year at the 2020 online Coldwater Steampunk Festival. We'd also like to take a word to thank our sponsor, Christine Nichols from Welcome Realty. And Christine is the sponsor of our arts and crafts demonstration table. So Liz, what do you have for us today?
Today we are going to be making some more fairies. These ones are very simple. They're great for the kids to do. They're made from chenille stems, formerly known as pipe cleaners, and you have different types that you can use. You need some wood beads and some little flower petals here. So you need the kind that has the hole in them.
Okay.
So these you can hang up and they can fly, they can sit, they can do all kinds of things. These can also be put into teacups. So I did mention in the previous teacup making episode that these ones make lovely teacup fairy gardens as well.
Okay.
So you can use wooden beads. You can use any kind, but wooden beads are very good because you can use permanent markers and draw faces on them afterwards. I like to get a variety of skin tones so that you can have diversity in your fairy garden as well.
Excellent.
You can get different sizes and you can make little ones, you can make big ones. These are all the one size. I'm going to make the larger one for you because it's easier to see. So blue is one of my favorite colors, so I'm going to start with blue because you can use a skin tone that matches, or these are fairies. You can use your imagination. So you can go with green, you can go with any color. I'm picking blue today and I'm going to use some of the blue flowers. Where you get these, you can buy a lei that's all strung together and take them apart as well. Or you can get flowers that are on stems like such. You can get large ones, big ones, and you can utilize every part of it. Sometimes you can even make fairies out of the green parts. So with a nice green stem, you can also make flowers this way. And you can also get beads that are colored, so you might, or you can actually paint it, so you could have a green face to match as well. So the creativity is yours, and you can decide on the color range that you want to use. So for the larger size, you take one of these chenille stems, you bend it in half, leaving a loop, and you choose one of your beads that you're going to use as the head, and you push the two parts through, leaving a loop. This is where you put the hair. Now you can take yarn, and it can be thick yarn or thin yarn. You can slide it through, you can tear it apart. You can actually get doll hair and put that through as well. Today, I'm actually going to use a little crown. So actually, if you're using a crown, you may want to go through with the two stems. You could put the loop through the other way, but it actually makes more sense if you put the two parts through this way first, and then you put the head bead on. Now with this loop, you can decide what you want here. I'm going to take one of these parts from taking apart the flowers, and I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to pull the stem down tight. So as you can see, we've got a nice little headpiece, and that's not going to come apart. And these are the parts that are in here. So this is the back. This is the centerpiece. You can also use the yellow part. So you can get very creative.
Excellent.
And utilize every part that you see. So once you've done this, it's often helpful if you put a smaller petal on to make a collar. because that differentiates the neck. So I'm going to make a little collar here. And then I'm going to tie on the arms because the arms go where the shoulders are. So actually I'm going to twist it around and then make sure the arms are an even size. There we go. I've got my arms on.
Oh, nice.
And now I'm going to decide which flower petals I'm going to put on. So I think actually to match what I've got here, I'm going to start with another small one. And it helps if you actually get the feet even. I did not do that, but you can always trim it later, or once you fold it into the feet, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. But if you want to put it together, when you're putting it through, it just makes your task a little easier. So if both the pokey parts of the wire of the chenille stem don't fit through at once, you can put one through and then take the other one and put it very close to where it is and poke that through. Grasp with your fingers and slide your petal up. So there we've got a little skirt.
Oh, it's so cute.
And the ones that are harder to go through can be the ones that come off the flower lays, because the holes in these are often smaller. So you will have to go through separately. One pokey bit at a time. Pull that through.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't end up in the same hole and you just have to go with it and pull it through. But I did get it in the same hole, and I'm going to put that up just to add some layers. So I could keep going and I could layer this up and I could add different colors if I wanted to, make it as complex as I want, but I'm not going to spend the time to do that right now because I want to show you how to finish it.
Okay.
Now the other thing you can do is make wings. So this type of stem is kind of interesting, or I've actually pre-made some wings here. And these you can attach either through the arms, or when you're making them, you can leave one end free to attach and wrap it around as you're forming them so that your wings look like
nice.
this. There's several ways you can finish the hands. You can either simply make a little loop so there's no pokey bit, especially for kids if they're going to be playing with them. And the feet, the same thing. You can actually twist it up a little bit and then make a foot this way. Or you can actually get smaller beads or different things that you can put on the end. When I do this craft with kids, and we do it in teacups often, we line the legs to make stockings with pony beads and different things. So
neat.
You can get very creative and add what you want. And then of course, once you have your wings on, you can hang them and they can fly, or you can have them sitting, or if you have a mushroom, you can have it sitting like this and then dry your face on.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, Liz.
Welcome.
Oh, I really enjoyed that. See you next time.
Bye.